Welcome back to the Money Grand National Series here on NBC. We're ready to kick things off yet again from Watkins, Glen. Second time this week, and they are bouncing on paper. That is not a good sign. Hold on. First, before I do anything, let me look at the graphics settings, make sure everything's how I like it. Turn on a little bit of windshield build up. Why not? Selections on. Nah, I'm good on that. Turn on a little bit of that, and yeah, okay. Let's hop back into it. Sorry for that at the last moment. Wow, I got a lot of replays. Let's go ahead and knock out Watkins Glen, shall we? Yeah, we're getting ready to go racing here at the Glen, so let's jump forward a little bit. As you can see, Kevin Harvick is on the pole. The 26 of Todd Cleaver starts to his left side. Then there's the 9 of who's in the 9 this week? Chase Miller is in the 9 next to Kyle Busch in the 5. Let's go ahead and jump into it here, shall we? And drop the green flag from Watkins Glen International. Ready, we're ready. And we're racing. Cleaver with a good start. Jumps out to a good lead, but here comes Kevin Harvick. The 9 of Chase Miller hops to the inside. Rookie Chase Miller going to the front. Harvick drives away, and we got one spinning in the back. It's the 77 of... Oh, that was really close. As he did not hold the brake there. That was Curtis Davis, who spun. That will break out an early caution, but Chase Miller, look at him on the inside going for the lead. He's going to take it from Harvick here as we go through the bus stop. Harvick falls back to second, almost got a challenge from Cleaver there for in third, but falls back. So Curtis Davis, with a little bit of right side damage to that car, brings out the first caution of the day. Let's go ahead and get back to the yellow flag and take a look at the replay. Chase Miller will lead us back to the caution flag. Everybody's making it through cleanly out of the final corner. So let's see. We'll brought out the first caution. Where's that 77? There he is. You know what? Let's do this. It'll be easier. It's kind of the purpose of that feature in the game, right? So Curtis Davis drives into turn 1, just gets driven through by the 88 of Shane Huffman. Across the nose of the 25 of Richard Johns, and that's what brings out the first caution of the day. Look at the 32 of Chris Mack just sneaking by. Bring flag back in the air. Harvick with a good jump in a turn 1, but here comes the 9 of Miller driving it in deep. Side by side out of turn number 1. And up the S's. I believe we have a spin in the back. Yes, we do. DJ Kennington is destroyed as we head through the S's on this restart. Caution is out yet again as Chase Miller goes back to the front. How about that for the rookie Chase Miller? Able to show. Oh, we got another wreck in the back. They are stacking them up here, heading into the bus stop, and it's a big pile up heading into the bus stop here. Cars are everywhere. Man, we got one spun in the bus stop. It's a 28 of Jeff Green. Chris Mack has some heavy right side damage. Not the day he wanted to have. Started in the back. He's trying to work his way up to the front and got caught up in that mess. the 9 of Miller, leading us back to the caution flag yet again. And we got a lot to look at here. Let's see who done it. With 3 wide, and oh, Kennington just gets shipped. And another car spun. It's the 01 of Danny Eflin that was sideways there. Kennington just got launched into the tire barriers there. I mean, he's getting pushed from behind by Stanton Barrett. That's not a problem. The problem is them stacking up here. Let's see what happened. 71 runs a little wide, needs a little bit of extra space, comes back across the nose of the 58, clips the 01, sends the 58 of Chris Horn right into the 72 of Kennington, and Kennington goes straight into the tire barriers and out of the race. That was a hard impact. Now heading through the S's, let's see what happened up here. A little bit, looks like we got a little bit of 3 wide action further back. Starting to file down in the double file, and oh man, somebody just got hooked right into the wall. I think that was the 56 of Danny O'Quinn. Yeah, it was. O'Quinn just gets turned straight into the wall, collecting Chris Horn. They start bouncing around. They're trying to save it, and then yeah, it's just trouble everywhere. Carnage. They were wrecking further back as well. Somebody got hooked in the back, reacting to that. It's Chris Horn, the 56 or 58. No, that's Carl Long in the 54, hooked into the wall, back across, collecting Edwards and the 44. And up here, they're just chunking them up. I mean, they keep hitting and hitting and hitting. Track gets completely blocked. Chris Mack caught up in that. You see him getting driven into the Armco barrier. Let's go on board with that 32 car. Chris Mack sees it happening. The 42 or 49, excuse me, just merges right in front of him, and he just keeps getting hit here. Guess we're gonna watch it one more time and slow things down. Sees it happening in front of him, tries to pick the open lane, hits the brakes, the 49 cuts across his nose, they bounce into the wall there, into the grass, gets hooked back across the racetrack, into Eric McClure, slides around some more, it's backwards here, bounces off that, bang, rear bumper catches that barrier right in that opening there. And left side impact from McClure, who spins around and hits him again. Denny Hamlin was in the middle of all that. Let's go on board with Hamlin here. Where's James Dennis Allen Hamlin? Here he is. In the middle of it, hits the brakes, hits the brakes, hits the brakes, a little bit, and then gets turned at the end. Got hit hard from behind. Through the grass, but sure not to cut that bus stop and get a penalty. See the 56 of O'Quinn with heavy damage coming off the corner here. Carl Edwards is destroyed. Chris Mack's car is destroyed. 9 wins back to the caution. Here we go again. Green flag is back in the air. Racing once again. Kyle Busch feeling bold today. He's going to drive to the inside, making it 3 wide underneath Cleaver and John Wood. Contact behind. Or excuse me, Kelly Byers. I'm tripping. I don't know why I keep getting Wood and Byers mixed up. The bus stop, finally going to make it through cleanly. Never mind. Wrecking in the back. Chris Mack slides through the grass, gets hit yet again, and into the safer barrier there. 54, Carl Long gets by. The 32 with more damage now. Missing the hood after being in the first wreck. The 28. We're still green, I believe, but we're going to go back and take a look at what just happened here. Looks like Chris Mack got underneath the 54. 54 cut his nose, and 32 spins across the nose of the 30, and then gets hit hard by the 28, sent into the tire, or into the safer barrier. It's not the day Chris Mack wanted to have. He was trying to recover, and that did bring out the caution. Chase Miller's going to have to survive yet another restart with the 21 of Harvick. Green flag back in the air. Harvick with a huge jump. Miller pulls behind him as here comes Cleaver to the inside. Todd Cleaver now looking for the lead. It's going to be side by side for P2. Cars bouncing around behind them. They're going to keep it straight up the S's. Comes Harvick leading the field. Contact further back. And they're wrecking again. One car hard into the guardrail. I think he pierced the railing a little bit. That's how hard the impact was. Car gets stuck in the rail. That is a really bad situation. That's the 71 of Trevor Boyce with a horrible crash in the S's here. Bringing out yet another caution. Harvick's going to lead back. I don't think there's any point in us watching the race back at this point. Let's just go ahead and see what happened. There's cars everywhere on the restart. A little bit of contact back here. We caught this just before the camera's cut. It's hard to tell what happened, but you see Trevor Boyce gets hooked into the wall, comes back across, and collects Eric McClure, and a bunch of others get caught up in it. Nowhere to go. Carl Long, McClure, Stanton Barrett, 36 of Brent Sherman. Let's see, Trevor Boyce. Oh, there was contact behind them even. Denny Hamlin got into the back of Morgan Shepherd. Shepherd hooks the 71 hard into the left side, back across, and you see it just pierces through. The rail catches the car, bringing it to a halt. Luckily, Trevor is okay. That could have been way worse. Could have been a serious accident, but luckily he escaped without serious injury. Green flag is back in the air yet again as Harvick tries to defend his lead over. Oh, and around goes Kyle Busch. They're going to save it. They're about 4 wide, though. That ain't going to work. Big crash. One car on its roof, and they are stacking them up here in the S's. Huge wreck. Oh, my goodness. The one car got launched. That's J.J. Yaley that got upside down. I'm surprised that car is still even running. And he's trying to bring that thing up the hill, but that engine is killed. It can barely even move that car up the hill, up the S's. Kevin Harvick racing back to the caution flag yet again. Has lead over the 9 of Chase Miller and the 26 of Todd Cleaver. Further back, here comes Marcos Ambrose making a move on the 10 of Dave Blaney. He's going to get underneath. Can he clear him in the final corner? Going to try to pinch him down, but it's not going to be enough. Blaney with a good run. Wait, no. Ambrose was able to stay. Blaney might have had to lift a little bit. Marcos Ambrose gets it done on the high side. And let's go back to what just happened here on this restart. That was a huge wreck for J.J. Yaley and a bunch of other cars getting piled up in it. Let's see what happened. They just got together. The 18 of Brad Coleman got into Kyle Busch. They were about 4 wide and just ran out of space. And you see the one car taking a wild, wild ride. So took a nose stand there, grinded the guardrail. They're making contact off the corner right here. See Brad Coleman. Looks like tried to stick his nose in there. Kyle Busch didn't realize they were 3. Just comes across the nose of that 18. Collects the 47. They're 4 wide. Squeezing together. Well, the 5 and the 47 are still stuck together. And that's pushing them back across. The 1 gets turned. And just the rail catches and launches that car back out. All those cars get pushed back out into traffic. Oh man, let me just go ahead and slow it down rather than freeze framing. You see the 1 right there pushed into the guardrail. Huge impact, gets launched. The 5, the 88, the 11 all get sent back in the traffic. And just nowhere to go. Track is blocked. Todd Souza spinning. See the 32 of Steve Grissom trying to get on the brakes, but he's already against the 63. The 35 of Hamilton, nowhere to go. The 37. Grissom slides down. Hamlin's going to have nowhere to... Oh, he just squeezes by. Nope, a little bit of contact. Then the 75 of Caleb Holman gets hit from behind by Morgan Shepherd, who's getting pushed by Kyle Krisiloff. I mean, there is nowhere for these guys to go. Track is completely blocked at this point. Brett Rowe gets some contact. The 49 of Mike Bliss. Or, excuse me, Derek Cope. I'm tripping. Carl Edwards right into the door of McClure. Or, oh my God, Shepherd. I am saying all the wrong things right now. I apologize. Brent Sherman. Carl Long, hard on the brakes. Mike Harmon with a little bit of damage in that. I mean, these cars are killed. Big time damage for all cars involved. So watch it again at full time. 1 gets launched up onto its roof. Almost went over the wall. I mean, that was a huge, huge wreck. We're going to watch it again one last time from this angle. So that brings out the red flag in this race. There's going to be a lot of cleaning up to do here. Yeah, they just came flying in from behind. Krisiloff thought he had a lane through and just... Oh, man. We're going to watch some onboards now. On board with the 5 of Kyle Busch. Everybody thought they were going to spin to the right side, so they tried to sneak by on the left, and it just... Wow. Man, they just got squeezed together there. Let's watch it again. This time from the 1 of Yaley. Hang on tight, folks. This is going to get wild. Oh my goodness. The rear of the car here and just... Oh, wow. Man, that is huge. Who else can we watch? The 88, Shane Huffman. Oh, he got jacked up from behind pretty big as well there. Man, there are cars on top of cars on top of cars in this wreck. Huge wreck, but cleanup is about finished. We're gonna go ahead and get them back underway here. It's been nothing but wreck after wreck after wreck, and we're gonna keep them single file here on this restart because of that. So here we go. Ace car is in. Harvick will lead us back to the green. The 9 of Chase Miller right behind him. Couple cars heading down pit road. But the green flag is out. We're racing yet again from the Glen. And Miller got a pretty decent restart, but so did Cleaver. Cleaver thought about jumping to the inside, decided against it. Chase Miller trying to get that run out of turn 1. Can he get his nose underneath Harvick? No. Harvick all over the curve, gets the run off, but Miller is right there. Marco Sambrose looking to make his move He trying to get the third place here. Ambrose, good on the road courses. He came from Australia racing supercars. We know he knows how to get it done here on these twists and turns. Can he possibly get up there and steal this one? With a handful of laps left, he's still side by side through the bus stop. He's going to finally clear Todd Cleaver. Here comes Chase Miller all over the back bumper of Kevin Harvick, though. Harvick trying to run away with it here. Started on the pole, lost the lead early on, finally got it back, trying to hang on to it. Chase Miller, though, not going to back down. He's looking for his first career win. Miller is still right there behind Harvick. Harvick's only competition all day has been that 9 car. Can Chase Miller get it done? How about Marcos Ambrose in 3rd place? Can he run these guys down? Let's look at the lap times. Chase Miller currently holds the fastest lap in the race. This is our first actual green flag lap, though. Miller closing in through the bus stop. He's right on Harvick's back bumper. Todd Cleaver fighting back against that 59. Gonna lay the bumper to him, it seems, through the carousel. Here comes Chase Miller in the draft of that 21 car. Can he make the move yet? No, he will not. Decides against it. Seems like he's going to wait a little bit longer before he pulls out and makes that move. He's keeping that car right in Harvick's mirror, though. Right in his tire tracks, making sure Harvick doesn't forget about him. 4 laps to go from Watkins Glen. Kevin Harvick. Chase Miller. Battling hard, but still pulling away from the rest of the field. Clearly the fastest cars out here today. Todd Cleaver, the 3rd fastest lap. He's stuck behind the 59 of Ambrose, though. Ambrose might have a faster car in the long run. Remember, we're looking at fastest lap. That's just 1 lap. You can get a 1-lap wonder here. Or at any track, really. But which car's faster in the long run? Can Kevin Harvick hold off the 9? He seems to be pulling away a little bit. He's starting to gap Miller here. Chase Miller. Good run in the exit of the carousel. Trying to close in on Harvick. Can't quite get there. Takes a wider entry into the final left-hander. Now into the final right-hander. Can he close the gap? Can he make any ground on Harvick? Or is it too little too late? It's going to be 3 laps to go from the Glen. Oh boy. Oh, he closed in. Big time there, right on his back bumper. Through the S's yet again. Harvick seems to be stronger and faster through here. As the 9 slips a little bit. Here goes Todd Cleaver with a run on Marcos Ambrose. Ambrose, can he defend? Cleaver to the inside. Looking to make the move into the bus stop. Side by side through the chicane. Ambrose trying to hang on. Cleaver to the inside for P3. And look at the 18 of Brad Coleman in that mix as well. Trying to push the 26 by. As he stays tucked in right behind the 26 car as close as he can. Trying to follow him through. And Coleman's going to get a 2-for-1 here, or try to get a 2-for-1 as he peeks out, trying to make the move into turn 1. Can't quite. Didn't get a good exit. Ambrose was right there. We got 2 laps to go. Chase Miller is still right on Harvick's back bumper. But can he pull out? Can he make the move? Harvick didn't get a good entry into the bus stop, or into the S's, excuse me. Slipped up a little bit, but Miller had to crack the throttle to avoid running him over. So we enter the bus stop yet again. Big braking zone, and that seems to be where Miller is faster. But it's got to be harder on the brakes, harder on the tires. Can Harvick hold on for another lap and a half? That 9 car. Here he comes to the inside. Chase Miller looking for the lead. Side by side with 2 corners left here at the Glen. Chase Miller, can he pinch him down? Harvick, shallower entry into the final corner. Chase Miller, good run off. They're dead even, side by side, out of the final corner. Chase Miller gets the nose out ahead as he takes the white flag. One more time around. Harvick, can he dive it in deep back into turn 1? He gets back alongside that 9 car. They're side by side still, heading into turn number 2. Up the S's for the final time. Harvick, nose out in front, but here comes Miller coming back. Side by side through the S's. Final time, up the hill, heading into the bus stop. Side by side now, heading into the chicane. Here they go, still neck and neck, door to door, even. Harvick, Miller, who's going to get the edge? Harvick went through the grass. Chase Miller is going to clear him. Can Harvick battle back? Out of the carousel. Chase Miller driving away. Harvick trying to get the run up. Can he close in? Final 2 corners here from Watkins Glen. What a hard fight. What a perfectly timed move for Chase Miller as he's going to come through the final corner. Chase Miller is a winner here in the Money Grand National Series, and what a fight to get it. Todd Cleaver comes home 3rd of 18 of Brad Coleman is 4th. Marcos Ambrose 5th. Dave Blaney, Richard Johns. Curtis Davis fights back after being spun early in the race. He's going to get an 8th place finish. And David Green comes home 9th. Mark Green, his brother, rounding out the top 10. What a race. What a finish. I cannot believe what I just saw. Chase Miller, the rookie, on a part-time schedule, gets the win from Watkins Glen. What a race. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. I hope to see you guys next time. And until then, peace.